What's up, guys? I hope everyone tuning in is doing incredibly well. I'm going to do a reading on the Divine Masculine Collective. I feel like I'm picking up on like how they feel about you or this shift that they're sensing because it's like you're being more demanding, Divine Feminines, and they do find it very attractive and very sexy. I feel like you've been holding back from getting or stepping into this energy, but it's like you're at your wit's end or you're empowered in some way. I feel like there's a lot of opportunities that may be coming in that's helping you to grow or expand away from just being consumed by the twin flame journey or even just being consumed by your divine masculine's energy. I feel like they're sensing that shift. Now, there was a song I was picking up on as well. It was Ariana Grande, Break Free. And she says, "This is the part when I say I don't want you. This is the part when I break free." So I'm getting that vibe here, or at least that's the energy that's filling up the vibration within the connection between you two. So I'm gonna dig into the divine feminine's energy because I feel like a lot of the divine masculines may be attracted to what is going on with you. They like the fact that you're being more demanding because I feel like the ways that you're being demanding, it requires them to be a better version of themselves. And that's attractive, right? It really is attractive when someone makes you ponder or think or reflect or maybe even want to change some ways about yourself because you don't want to destroy a good thing. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the divine feminine's energy first. What's going on with you, divine feminines? Why are you being so demanding, girl? Okay, so your intuition is maybe just on point. We have a master number there of 22. So I feel like when it comes to partnership, relationships, you've made very clear decisions that you stand on your intuition. I feel like many of you have a very clear connection to source as well that holds you accountable. You know that when it comes to partnerships and just this journey in itself, that you got to be accountable for yourself. So whatever your masculine's bringing to the table, I feel like you whoever you are, divine feminine, it like I talked about in yesterday's reading with the Queen of Swords energy, when you cut something off and it hurts to do it, but you know you got to do it. That's you being accountable to your intuition because you know that the connection's not going to flourish if you're both not at your best. So that's what's going on in her world, divine masculine. She's following her intuition more. This is not a divine feminine who goes along with, society's expectations of how they expect people to behave. She's this wild woman. She will, rip your heart out of your chest, squeeze it and then put it back in and it'll leave a mark on it. It'll leave her imprint on it. So that's why you're so drawn to her or attracted to her at this time. I feel too, divine masculines, you know that she's worthy or she deserves it, but it's taking a lot from you to make a lot of changes. Like I feel like it's taking a lot energetically and spiritually for you to have to break through a lot of habits, patterns. Like what she's ideally asking you to do is, to clean up shop energetically because you want her so bad. That's this whole big trap, right? That's why it is this twin flame journey, because she is this beautiful, wonderful goddess that you want to touch, you want to experience. But you also have to be mindful of her vibration. This is a high priestess. You can't go in there fucking up her energy, Excuse my French, guys. Okay, what else is going on with her? So we have physical activity. I'm getting that there's a lot of protection around the divine feminines as well. There could be a lot of physical activity going on where, like, if she's very connected to her intuition, that's why you may be feeling a lot of blocks around her also, okay? So physical activity may be also that she's demanding more of you in the physical, okay? Physical activity could look like showing up together, you strategizing more and planning things and, really just showing up and showing out. It's going to look different for everyone, but I do feel like we have discussed a theme of the divine masculines bringing this connection out in the open for a lot of you. So prepare for a lot of physical activity because this is what the divine feminine is demanding in a sense. She doesn't want to be hidden. She doesn't want to be kept in secret. Or I feel like it's your worst case scenario. She's ready to move forward and you don't know what that entails, divine masculine. She could be doing a lot of physical activity herself as well. Maybe wanting to travel. Maybe she's wanting to venture out. Like I feel like divine feminines, maybe many of you who have been a bit of a homebody for a little while, many of you could be exploring careers on the outside again, like what it's like to work, amongst the public again, or do, like, if you guys have been maybe like, moms who have been at home for a really long time, or some of you may have home businesses, or you work from home. Some of you might be feeling like I need to stretch my wings and get out there a little bit and, just socialize again, be of service to the world rather than doing it remotely. And your divine masculines are not having a good time with this thought, okay? With you expanding your wings. I feel like he's afraid that someone's going to have their butterfly catcher out and grab you, divine feminine, okay? But, oh, 6-7. Sorry, I can't, I just noticed the 6-7 on the card and I had to do the 6-7. Sorry, guys, I have an 8-year-old. I got an 8-year-old cutie. So I got to do it. I can't resist. I saw it. Okay, so yeah, that could be an extra confirmation there at some of you are moms at home. Maybe the kids are getting older, Maybe you're being called to stretch your wings and expand your wings, and your divine masculine's used to seeing you in one particular role, nice and safe and sound in the little nest, huh? Yeah, now you're getting ready to stretch your wings, divine feminine. So again, you are asking him to show up more for you. And there's something significant about that butterfly catcher net. He really doesn't want you to get away from him. So I feel like let's explore his energy a little bit and see what areas he's wanting to step up in, especially because we have that physical activity there. What are his movements towards you, divine feminines? So we have a timeout right now. So many of you could see them just backtracking, going silent. Timeout for me is really strategizing. If we put the 7 and the 3 together, it reduces down to a 10. Okay, so 10 could be restarting things, a reset, the reset button, which is why he may need a timeout right now. There could be no access to you also, and he's having to work against this. This is someone who's self-reflecting on what they need to do differently. This is like a serious energy I'm getting, guys. Like I feel like a divine masculine wanting to shape up with like their finances. This is someone who is looking at foundation as well. So I see like a lot of contracts, maybe searches for buying their own property or moving out on their own, or even just having an apartment or a space or a home of their own, to like take life more seriously. Something about a home business as well could be very significant for a lot of your divine masculines, and these are the ways that you're being very demanding. You're not even having to say much either. Okay, what else is going on with the divine feminine's energy that's causing a time out with the divine masculines? Okay, so we have that personal growth. Yeah, that's why I'm feeling like a lot of serious energy coming through in this reading. Let me get some romance angel cards. We'll get back to these two here. You've definitely triggered personal growth. Like you're a demanding energy. You're definitely a mature woman. And I'm hearing that you're very well established, divine feminines. So you could be focused on personal or spiritual growth also. And I feel like your masculines took this very lightly for the longest time. And now that they may be losing some kind of access to you because you could be cutting things off. Like maybe you are growing also on your spiritual journey, and you're starting to come to this place where you know that if you continue in this cycle with your masculine, neither of you will experience personal growth. And I see the pulling of a plug. So that is this energy that they could be afraid of. You're listening to your intuition about this journey, regardless of how you feel, how much passion is there, how good the connection is. There are missing elements that you are willing to pull the plug on so that you guys can get to the next level. And I feel like your masculines are having a hard time seeing it that way right now because they could be like a fish out of water. Pisces could be significant here. That's what they're working with right now, is not to maybe panic, okay? What is this panic energy all about, and why are they having to try to stop panicking? They definitely love you, divine feminine. This is someone who's willing to bat for you is what I'm hearing. You're going to be pleasantly surprised by the way your masculine shows up for you. Yeah, give your relationship a chance. I think it came out in last night's readings too. to work on your partnership. Someone's getting ready to invest in themselves, and that's all you've ever wanted, Divine Feminines. You know, like I really do see a lot of habits need to change and go. And if a lot of your masculines have been, you know, hanging out and drinking and, you know, not taking life too seriously, caught up in karmic situations that are draining them and not knowing how to get out of it and being stuck in all of that bullshit. Yeah, like it's time for the tables to turn, I'm hearing, because there's limited access to you. That Queen of Swords energy I was talking about, where you've let it go, you know. But I'm also getting for many of you, you know, you've done it in such a gentle way. It's like you're moving forward so gracefully that it's definitely causing them to put things at a pause, and they're ready to work on this by working on themselves. Okay, we do have working on patience, and we have follow your dreams. Okay, that 85 could be significant. I'm hearing born in 85. Maybe your masculine is born in 85. But these are the things that you're getting your divine masculine to work on, because you're being more demanding with your own energy, your time, like who you let in and out of your life. And I know it's a little bit redundant from some of the messages I shared yesterday, but you know, maybe some of you need to hear these recurring messages that you're on the right path by allowing this connection to breathe a little bit, even if it means going in a different direction and focusing on yourself a little bit. And I feel like many of you Divine Feminines, you are again following your intuition on this, which is what is positively bringing about your Divine Masculines to work on this. Because I feel like if a lot of you are blocking or cutting things off, they're energetically feeling like it's not from a place to get them to move more quickly. It's more from a place of like, you do what you need to do because you clearly need to focus on you. And I am getting sick of this wheel turning round and round. I'm going to get off and, you know, shift things, turn the tables a little bit. And they're paying attention to this. They're really paying attention to the shift of energy. I'm hearing your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. These are way too many. So I'm going to give the cards a little bit of a clearing, because that is how I feel like they're viewing you. You're doing the right thing for the right reasons, Divine Feminine, and it's very admirable. I'm hearing too, like, you know, you don't mix matters, Divine Feminine. You don't care how good anything is. If it interferes with your vibration in the least, you're willing to cut it off. Okay, we have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I feel like that romantic gesture is this big, huge purple energy here of personal growth. And a lot of you are going to be seeing that. Like, you're going to see them just settling down, quieting down. If many of you didn't know what you have meant to your Divine Masculines, believe me, after an extended period of separation where you're not in the energy of just trying to heal this or fix this or get back into communication with them, you're sending off this feeling of just, I'm just going to let this go and let divine timing do its thing. Divine timing will definitely do its thing, okay? Because we have make the effort, which is great love, is taking the steps that you're guided to take. And that tells me that this is going to be a hell of a realization for somebody. And they're going to be getting over stuff really quickly, like their pride and reaching out. If you've always reached out, they're going to be reaching out nonstop. They're not going to be quick to block. They're going to have patience with this connection and with these shifts and changes, because I'm hearing it's going to be a high mountain to climb. It's like you took your shit and you went trudging up a mountain, Divine Feminine, and it's hard to get to you. He better get some good hiking boots, and he better know how to handle the trails there, right? The what do they call it? The terrain. He better know how to handle the terrain. He better pack his supplies, because I'm hearing it is definitely quite the journey to you at this point. You know, and that speaks volumes of the growth on the journey as well. Like, I feel like now is the time a lot of your Divine Masculines are getting ready to show up and show you that they do value this connection and that they do love you. Okay? That it is true love. Why? Because they're willing to pack up their supplies and get on the journey and go up that mountain, right? It's not like, well, okay, fine, you went up there, okay, you take good care. I'm going to just indulge in whatever is over here, because nothing over here is worth it. Once you're gone, Divine Feminines, okay, you're on a certain altitude and he can't sense you, right? His little device can't pick up, beep, beep, beep. It can't pick up on your frequency. He's gone after you, That's just how it is. You know, like he can feel your energy means business. He's about to express his love, make the romantic gesture. Now it's starting to sting as though this is true love. Because it is. I mean, only true love can really make you, lace up your boots and want to be a healthier, better version of yourself that's authentic, right? And believe me, he wouldn't go on this journey if it wasn't for that feeling in his heart that won't stop him. Like, for him, it's just, I can't resist. I love her. I care for her. Now that I'm without her, I need to be with her. So, yeah. Sorry to get all, passionate there, but that's just what I'm picking up on. Let's get one more romance angel and we'll close off this message. Okay, what else is developing in his heart space when it comes to personal growth? So let your friends help you. So this is definitely a divine masculine who is reaching out to their guides. I feel like at this point they have no choice because nobody really understands how they feel for you, the weird things that have been happening on this journey. So they have no choice now but to do things that you've done on the journey, which is connect to God, connect to faith, that self-talk, right? Staying in solitude, being mindful about who you spend time with so that you can connect to the right friends to help you navigate your way on this journey. Because he doesn't know where your house is hidden on this mountain, okay? He's gonna need some help. All right, guys, so that's what I have for this divine masculine check-in here. Divine feminine, keep it up, stay true to your intuition because that's your guide, right? You're like, oh, I know, it helped me up the mountain, Twintuitive, trust me. All right, if you guys would like a personal session or just like to chit-chat about the journey, I would love to be a shoulder for you guys to lean on, all right? So check me out over at hipsy.com. And if you guys would like to join the memberships, I do tap into my own personal journey a little bit to give you guys some deeper insights. I'd love to have you in the memberships. Hit that join button. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next check-in, okay? Take care, guys. Bye.